Hi, I'm Amy, this is Emma, and that's Marie.
Hey, so today we're going to be talking about the consequences of something bad happening and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. I think Emma's got a good story. Take it away.
There was a party last Friday night, and a boy who was in a relationship was pissed before he went to the party. Then he went to the party, and as a result of this pissedness and partiness, he ended up sleeping in another girl's bed. Now, he was also in a relationship, mind you, and the girl in the bed was not the girl that he's in the relationship with. And anyway, then...
The girl was like 2 years older too, and like, that's pretty bad.
And she's also very pretty. And then it's like the boy had to be told what he did wrong the next morning by another boy. And then when he told the girl in the relationship, he didn't understand why she was so upset. And then he was like, oh, I don't see what I've done wrong, blah, blah, blah. And then the girl was like, and got really angry at him. And then he was like, oh, what did I do wrong, blah, blah. But he has to realize there are consequences for his actions. And as a consequence, the girl and the boy broke up. But then they got back together and it was all good because, you know, they made up. You know how it is. But
they made up. They really made up.
Oh, shut up. Whatever. Everyone does it. Anyway, then as a consequence, the boy then turned around and was like, maybe I wanted to be in the bed with her, and then maybe I haven't been happy since we had a fight the other week. So then the girl was like in hysterics, and then the boy dumped the girl. Well, he didn't really dump, it was kind of a unanimous decision, but anyway, he broke up with her, and then the girl spent like 30 minutes on the phone to this other guy in hysterics that went something like, and it went something like that.
And it went,
And then anyway, the next morning, the boy sent the girl a message and it was like, oh yeah, I want to get back together and stuff. He picked her up from work and they got back together. But I just think that then the next day they got to school and then everyone seemed to have an opinion on it and everyone knew because a lot of people had been at the party and a lot of people saw what happened.
And it was a really, really good party. Like, you should the girl should have came because a lot of people had great times at that party.
But what he did was still wrong.
It was very wrong and it shouldn't have happened.
Really wrong.
Shouldn't have gotten that situation. Wrong.
Ever.
And maybe he just didn't, yes, he didn't cheat, but still, he jumped into the bed with her. Anyway, all these people had these opinions on them, and 90% of the girls were like, yeah, he did something wrong, you shouldn't take him back. 10% of the girls were like, yeah, he did something, no, 9% of the girls were like, yeah, he did something wrong, but you should give him another chance. And then 1% of the girls were like, I didn't see what he did wrong. But those girls are a bit weird. And then anyway, then we go on to the boys sector. 50% of the boys were like, yeah, he did something wrong, but take him back. 40% of the boys were like, oh, I don't see what he did wrong. But those boys are the boys who would do it themselves. And then, wait, I think that leaves like 10% or 1%. I'm not really sure about percentages.
I'll go like 0.2%.
0.2% were like, oh yeah, he did something wrong, don't take him back. Anyway, I think that the girl should be awarded for taking the boy back because there are now serious trust issues. Even though when they did break up on the Saturday, lots of things got discussed and it was like, yes, the girl might have played a part in this. But still, we're not talking about the overall thing. We're talking about the consequences of that one thing.
What he did was wrong.
What he did was wrong.
I agree. And every relationship needs trust. And obviously at that point in time, they didn't have a strong trust connection.
Okay, try to think of a happy place to be. Happy place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there was trust there.
There was trust, but it wasn't strong enough, obviously.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh, so no, there was strong trust.
There was trust.
There was trust. There was lots of trust.
There was
He
lots of
was
trust.
drinking.
It was just the alcohol got into that boy's
Alcohol
mind.
isn't an excuse.
I know.
It
but
isn't. Anyway, you can make up your own opinion of it, but I just thought I'd vent.